got today?
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
Is this everyone that's gonna be appearing today?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we're on the record with case G 13-038598A. Let's get some appearances.
Samuel Warren, bar number 12514, on behalf of the guardian of the estate, Chris Hunold, who is also present today.
Ethan Kotler, 56934, guardian of the person, Jennifer Crosby, co-guardian.
All right. And Mr. Warren, you had an opportunity, I hope, to see the objection that was filed? To the
Yes, I
third
was able
county?
to see it just yesterday is all.
Your client bring a check for $3,500 today?
My understanding, the way that it was decided in the hearing, is that it was for the benefit of the estate, and if there was any wrongdoing found by the accountant, then it could be subject to fee shifting.
All right. Did he bring a check for $2,228.85, or did he fix those accounts?
He is actually in the process of moving all the money back into those
Alright.
accounts.
So he owes the estate
We understand that.
$3,500. If it's not paid by the end of the week, I'll issue a bench warrant. Okay? You understand me? Yes or no?
Yeah, you can. He's asking directly.
If
Go
you
ahead.
don't understand, I'll explain it to you.
I understand what a bench warrant is, yes.
All right. And you know why I'm making you pay for the accounting fees?
I do not, sir.
You don't. Okay. Well, let's go back in time to when you raided, looted, and stole money from children to put in your own son's personal account. All right. Let's start with that. You understand you did that, right?
I moved money that was for my, yes.
It was not for your son,
It-
and you put it in your son's account. I don't know how you rationalize that it was for your son if it was in an account with somebody else's name on it.
There is a issue with how that money got taken out of my son's account prior to my father dying. And there's a piece of paper that shows my dad signing, but it's not his signature. He was in the hospital, in St. Rose Hospital. So when not knowing that I had to get the court's permission at the time, I moved everything back to the way
Well,
what
and
it
that was strike two on you.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
I understand that part.
So I want the $3,500 reimbursed to the trust for the accounting fees, and I want the money replaced into I want the 529s restored with the proper beneficiaries as designated at the time that you became the trustee. All right? If you think there was something that went on there, then feel free to take the appropriate legal action. All right?
And so the way I understand, I'm not trying to argue with you, Your Honor. I just want to make sure that I am clear on this as well. The way that I heard the Judge Steele on the accounting, she found it for the benefit of the estate because he was doing it he was moving money from the guardianship estate into the trust for the purpose of maintaining it so it wouldn't become.
Counsel,
Yes.
I'm not Judge Steele. I reviewed it.
understand.
What I found is improper accounting procedures, improper guardianship compliance, all on your client's, I mean, it's all on him, all right? He's the reason we needed the accounting. While it did benefit the estate, we only needed to do that so that we could make sure that all it was just some confusion and lack of understanding on your client's part as opposed to outright fraud. It's not outright fraud, okay? I'm willing to buy into it. But by God, the only reason the trust, that the estate incurred those fees was because Christopher didn't manage the estate appropriately from the start. Okay? I think we can all agree on that.
Okay, Your Honor.
So he's going to reimburse those fees. Is he able to do it by the end of the week?
I don't know if he has the money to reimburse the full $3,500 by the end of the week.
How long is it going to take you?
I'm not sure, sir.
How much can you afford to pay each month?
$75, $100? My wife's injured.
I think maybe we need a different guardian of the estate. I mean, come on.
I ask a question, sir?
You can ask your attorney any questions you want to ask. Mr. Kotler, your objection to the accounting. I mean, the only thing I pulled out of your objection is these accounting fees should have been paid by him, and the money needs to be reimbursed or replaced in the original accounts in the 529s.
Correct, Your Honor, and it's my understanding he's paying himself a salary as trustee of $1,000 a month, so maybe he could forego that for 3.5 months, and then we'll till it's paid back.
Counsel, is that accurate?
I'm sorry, I missed part of it.
What kind of fees is your client getting as guardianship fees?
Not guardianship fees, but
He gets-
the trustee fees.
How much? He gets $1,000 a month as a trustee.
Minus taxes.
Minus taxes.
All right. Well, do I have
Anything on, as guardianship fees?
jurisdiction over the trust at this point in time?
Well, we've asked for the court to take jurisdiction, and Judge Steele declined to. However, and we didn't know how to approach these, not knowing what's in trust, what's not. So, but he put it in the accounting. So he actually kind of gave us the trust accounting in there.
And the reason we did that is because he's moving the money from the guardianship into the trust so that you can
So-
see where everything was
So I
going.
think he's putting it before the court.
Right. Well, I mean, because that's the problem, is he's been moving money and there's nobody, no court seeing to the administration of the trust, and so he has no oversight. And he's, made some transfers that cause this court concern. What do you do for a living, sir?
I'm a teacher, sir.
All right. For Clark County School District?
Yes.
And so, do you have any other sources of income?
I work at CSN part-time if they have teaching available in the fall and the spring.
Your Honor, he did just whisper to me that he'd be able to get this taken care of within 6 months. Reimbursed.
All of it?
Everything, or sooner.
How are you gonna do it? I mean, what's your plan to have it done in 6 months?
My plan is, how do you want me to reimburse it per month to my, to?
Well, no, I mean, were you gonna borrow money from some source? Is there some property you were gonna sell? Were you just gonna make monthly payments? I'm just asking what
I'm
was,
gonna try to, I'm gonna make monthly payments based, like Mr. Kotler said, I do get paid from the trust, so I can use that money out as well to pay.
all right. Well, and that 6 months would put us there.
Or sooner, yes, sir.
What do you think, Mr. Kotler? Your client's gonna be satisfied with that?
As long as it's taken care of in 6 months.
Okay.
What's the difference? I mean, we just want to make sure it's there for the benefit of and I'm gonna protected person, and I'm gonna say ward for the next 2 years. And
Alright.
I've
You and me both.
took me 2 years to stop saying bailiff.
Well, what's worse is when you have to say proposed protected person, and we're gonna have to develop some acronym or something. All right, the court will grant 6 months. Starting with July, so we'll have July, August, September, October, November, December. By January 3, make sure that's it. Yeah. By January 3, I want to show them that the 520, they're 529s, right?
Yes.
529s have been reestablished, reimbursed, and that the 3,500 has been reimbursed.
How would you like to show that, Your Honor? As far as, would you like us to file something that shows the payments being
Yeah,
sent
just,
through?
if he's making deposits, however, just document the deposits. If he's writing checks.
And if he is
provide-
using some of that, what he would normally get paid on a fee, just
make sure that it's documented.
document it, that
Okay.
it's
Well,
being given
You
back.
can just get a statement from the 529 showing,
Yeah.
here's
Yeah,
what's
that
here.
will- do that.
529s are easy,
It's the trust that we wanna make sure that we.
the
can
others is,
adequately
yeah,
show.
just, that's fine. Just make sure that the accounting's there, okay? And if he wants to provide monthly statements, I mean, that would make things a lot easier. And then if there's an issue with what he's reporting, Mr. Kotler can let you know he'd like something different, and we
Okay.
can get on top of it earlier as opposed to waiting 6 months and then,
Coming back here and having an issue.
yeah.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right, other than that, the court is going to approve the third, and is this there? Oh, do you have an order for me for the third account? Oh, I've got it.
I don't know
You
if
do?
you want to have the order amended in some capacity with that $3,500 there, or have it included
You
as the.
know, I think if we get an order from today, I don't think we need to put it in the accounting, right?
I mean, we could do a separate,
Like a separate order from
Yeah,
today?
that's what I'm saying, just a separate order today. The court is going to approve the third accounting, subject to the reimbursement requirements. And Mr. Hunnell, I mean, I'm sure you think that I'm completely out of line and jumping down your throat for no reason.
Thank you, Marshall.
As a judge on this case, and this case has been going on for a long time, I didn't go through and read everything that happened in every case. But what I'm stuck with is the matters that are before me. If there was an issue with something that happened about the time that you took the guardianship or prior to that, there's a legitimate way to go about fixing what you say should have been done. And if you do it that way, I mean, that's, and I don't even know on the timelines if there's a statute of limitations issue. And then with the accounting issues, I mean, we just need to make sure that any transfers going between the guardianship to the trust and back and forth, we need to make sure that everything there is that it's accounted for, that the records are kept clean, pristine, and so that there's no, I mean, you understand, and there's some animosity here, and there's the potential that there will be some future allegations, and you want to make sure that you protect yourself against any of those, and so that everything's documented, the records are kept, and that these transfers between accounts, between the guardianship and the trust, I mean, they really should be an exception, and a rare exception at that. Unless if there's some compelling reason to do that, you probably should petition the court if you want to transfer monies. If you're chasing interest rates or whatever the situation is, it probably should be done either by stipulation or by petition.
Okay.
Okay.
Just so that I can put this on record as the purpose as to why it's going into the trust. The trust basically has just a bank account.
Yeah.
And so that's just that's the bank account that he has to pay the
Okay.
funds. And he has a
All
social
right.
security going into that trust account already for his mother. That's been going into there before he even became a guardian. So
So what's in the guardianship then?
it's some IRAs
Okay. All right.
that,
And
that shouldn't be in the trust.
Well, and that's what I'm saying is we've got the situation where the trust is basically managing the expenses, and we could establish a budget. If there needs to be regular transfers, you should file a budget.
we have done that.
We do have a budget with the transfers on there? Yeah.
Well, I know there's the budget for her. I think there's the budget all the way around. now that-
Yeah, I mean, most, as you can see, most of those funds are paying for caretaker. Most of those transfers are for caretakers.
I got it,
so.
and that's why, the only issue is like I say, it's those 529 accounts that was way back when, and then just these accounting fees that we incurred just because, I mean, the record keeping wasn't I don't think as good as it should have been. But other than that, I can't fault you for, he's not looting the accounts. There was that issue with the 529s, But yeah, I just, to move the money from the guardianship into the trust, if that's what it is that's where we're paying the bills from, I mean, we've got a budget in place, and any transfers then should be done by petition. I mean, we need to treat the guardian as a blocked account, the guardianship, and, I mean, if the Social Security now is going directly to, especially if it's going directly to the trust, and then, like I say, that's the accounting. You just need to make sure if you're drawing from the trust still, you need to make sure you can account for the income and make sure that you can detail that that's being spent on mom's benefit. Okay, all right. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your efforts for the benefit of your mother and council. I always appreciate your efforts. Thank you.